One of the most difficult things in preparing for the game is understanding the parameters. Both of the coaches, we as coaches, it took us 2 or 3 weeks to understand the parameters of what exactly we can do and what we can't do. Basically, the rules have been set up, we assume, so that it's an offensive-minded game, although that always hasn't been the truth, where we're supposed to be playing a pretty basic defense, zone coverages, except in goal line situations. So the defense is basically there are a lot of guidelines set up where we can't do a lot of things that we would do, say, in a normal football season. So what we've been trying to do this week is emphasize defense, spending a lot of time on fundamentals, getting the kids back in the groove of playing football, thinking football, and just getting them lined up properly and getting them in the right frame of mind so they can get to the football, and most important, they're prepared for anything they'll see.
On the other side of the coin, addresses for the offense. Can the offense throw in flea flickers? What kind of wild things can we expect from the offense?
Not only can you expect anything and everything, we've been led to believe that we will see in this game everything and everything. The North squad runs a wide open offense. No backs, 4 wide receivers. They sprint out a lot, and they have the 2 all-state quarterbacks on their side, so we can expect a wide open attack, which has made it difficult for us to prepare.
So there you have it. Both sides of the team.
Okay, the South will be kicking off. Doing the honors will be number 31 for the South, Rob Borchek. He'll be kicking deep to the South, and there's a kick going to be taken on about the 5-yard line. He's going to get up over to 10, 15, 20, cutting outside, slips and falls down, gets a little farther. It's taken by number 28 for the North, Paul Penzenstander, and that's the passing for the South. 79 yards rushing, and of course the touchdown by Havel, 1-yard run with about 30 seconds left, and the ball will be fielded by Davison, and he's going to get up and he's going to be pulled down about the 40-yard line, where the South will take over. Good field position again right off the bat for the South squad. Kenny.
Okay, back to those, compare the first downs and rushing again for us on that high meet.
First downs 8 for the South in the first half, only 3 for the North team. 9 return yards for the South. Of course, the passing 4 out of 10 for the South and 7 out of 14 for the North.
Okay, let's set us up with the backfield here for the start of the second half.
Okay, we start off with Clark at the quarterback. He has Cotton and number 24 in the backfield with him, Steve Wild. And they send Borchek in motion to the far side, and it will be handed up the middle to Wild, and he's going to be up over the 45 to about the 47-yard line, where it's going to bring the name on the program tonight, Ken.
And it won't be the hardest to pronounce, that's for sure. Now, one thing the fans are probably...
A second and about 3.
One of the interesting things about, as in the way they play the Hula Bowl, the South and North, both on defense, have to run a 5-2, pretty much a zone defense, so...
J.J. McClellan in the backfield for the South. Number 20 for the North is going to try a pass right away to Antilla. Number 20 for the North, starting at quarterback, Pete Clark out of Stevens Point. Tries his first pass of the night to Jeff Antilla. Jeff Antilla, a University of Iowa recruit this year.
Give us some of these sizes, Heim. We've got some tremendous sizes here today. South, of course, being a little bit bigger, but what's Antilla?
Antilla, 6 foot, 175 on the program. Second play of the game here. Check in motion to the far side. They're going to pitch back to Beagle. He's going to try and get outside, pursued by number 38. He's going to get up and get hit by number 70 and rock backwards for the South. Number 70, that is Carmelo Farzarati, and we talked to him early.
Yeah,
Farzari, we talked to him early this morning. Didn't have much to say, but made a hell of a play right there, Ken.
Little blip coming in on him coming up in the second half here. We'll show it to you. It seems that one of the fellas on the team cut his hair from this week, and a radical haircut it was, Jaime. The white walls on the side above the ear.
The North will be shuttling plays in with the backfield. Out to this side comes Penzenstander and Antilla. Only one man guarding both of them, Ken. And there took advantage of it to Antilla, and he gets up over the 30. There was a slip, Ken. 2 men out to this side, and only 1 man over to guard him. and he hits Antilla for, I believe he'll be shy for the first down, be about a yard shy, bring up third down. Looks like bring up fourth down, and they're going to punt away. In comes the punting team.
One thing I noticed about Antilla in that state championship game for Maple Northwestern this year, the first half he didn't have as gigantic games as he had in the past, but intercepted 2 long passes, Jaime, and caught a pass for a long gain in that game.
Dave McLaren to punt for the North, and he'll get it away. Almost kicked his own man. It's going to hit on about the 41 and going to roll up to about the 46-yard line, where it's going to be down by the North squad. Looks like the blocker got pushed back into him, Ken, and he might have touched him when he kicked.
Well, that's excellent position for the South, and Mike Curtis, an offensive coordinator for the South, is pretty much of a power-type running game. He's got not as much passing to put into his offense, and anyhow, this is just the position he wanted to start out in.
What do you think he'll call for the first play here, Ken?
Little tip to the fans, I mean, he told me that if they had good field position on the first play of the game, that he would pass, kind of maybe a Bart Starr, shake him up.
Roll out or roll out to the side. Up over center comes number 11 for the South. That is Jeff Jarecki out of Milwaukee Marquette. And they're going to run off tackle. Ball carried by Gordon, number 34, out of Monroe, Wisconsin. Teaming with Havel in the backfield. Badger Conference running backs in the backfield for the first offensive team.
Of course, Rick Gordon, remember that 1987 Monroe State Championship, Jaime.
There's a switch there. They're calling the plays from the sideline, the South squad. The North squad was shuttling in. He's going to pitch out to Gordon. He's going to come to the near side. He's got Markinsan in front of him, and he's going to be stopped for no gain. And it's going to bring up third down.
Who is that, Jaime? Number 10 on the play. They're playing, looks like outside right cornerback for them.
Rick Gable playing out of Oshkosh West, 6 foot 175. Nose tackle for the South, we'll see here, number 40. Doug Masick. And he's rolling out to the far side. He's going to pass off to, and it's going to be awful close to a first down. I think he was stopped shy. Passes off to number 44 out of Middleton. That is Mr. Havel, and it's a first down for the South. That's the first down of the game, and the ball will be spotted on approximately the 37-yard line, just at the 9-minute mark here in the first quarter.
Coach Chuck Ross down there on the field. He's been a veteran of over 40 seasons, and he's not one to panic very early, Jaime.
Andres and Mackin, the tackles for the South squad, and they're going to go up the middle with Gordon behind the center out of Sun Prairie. Hahn.
Okay, let's get Dwayne over here. Dwayne, a little analysis on what you've seen the first quarter so far. You've seen Mike Curtis's offensive style of play down there in Monroe and again at Edgewood. I would say this is pretty much true to form for what the South was expected to do, Dwayne.
Well, so far it's been very true to form. He's run on the first 2 downs, came out passing on third down, made it for the first down of the game. And again, now he started out with a run on first down, and on second down he follows up with Gordon right up the middle, and he's going to be just a bit short, bringing up about third down and a long yard. I think one thing we can kind of expect here is that with this super field position starting out, I don't think the South team is going to take any real chances in this first series and try to keep it on the ground and keep it on the drive as much as possible here.
Pretty much those big tackles of the South doing a pretty good job from so far. Oh, there's a dive in there, Dwayne. Okay. I don't know if he's going to make it.
It's going to be real close. Real pile up right on the first down marker, it looks like.
Of course, having a chance to go for it on fourth down,
looks like Tony Havel of Middleton was able to pick that up. It's going to bring up a first down and 10 now on about the 27-yard line. South team now is still staying with the eye, but they're bringing twins wide out here to the left side. Play slicing off tackle. Runner this time is number 24, Steve Wild from Dodgeland.
Okay, Jaime, back to you. Tell you what, the way they decide this is they've played it in a platoon system. Each platoon playing pretty much 3/4 of the game, and the fourth quarter pretty much leaving it up to the coach's discretion who they want to play, and gives the kids a nice chance to play at least a full quarter of the game.
Well, they're all all-stars, and where do you draw the line on who's going to start? And that was a nice way of doing it. Going for the first down, they go to Havel again, and he's going to be stopped right at the line. Maybe a gain of a half a yard. It's going to bring up third down. Ball at the 17.5-yard line.
Tough defensive front. Why don't you go over these guys a little bit for the fans at home without a program, Hein?
Okay, starting in the front line for
Cotton is last night. He was a speaker at the banquet, and one of the most imposing guys. Physically, you'd think he might be a big, lumbering, tongue-tied kid, but very eloquent indeed.
Okay, Jarecki brings him up over the ball. He's going to spin and hand off to Wild again, and he's going to get the first
nice
down,
run.
breaks outside, and a saving tackle there by number 10 for the North, Rick Gable. And it's a first down inside about the 42-yard line, and the South moving the ball well. Another first down here. Just under 11 minutes, third quarter. And that power running game of Curtis's, Kenny.
Yep, the South is moving the ball good the second half.
Jarecki comes up. He has Cotton and Wild behind him. He's going to spin and hand off to Wild again, and he's going to get down inside the 40, where he's going to be stuffed up there. Down to about the 39, going to bring up about a 2nd and 6.
73, 74, 76. Read off those guys. Boy, they're doing a nice job in the second half on the offensive line.
Omens out of Platteville, Kenny. 76, Demerit. 77, Lehman. Blowing them out. Moving right down the field. They're getting about 5 yards of crack. As they come up over the ball, Hahn brings them up over the ball. Jarecki, the quarterback. He's going to take the snap. Looks like he wants to put it up. He's throwing down here deep for number 87, Caves, and about the 10-yard line, and it's incomplete. Looks like he might have got his hands on it. It's going to bring up a third down, just under the 10-minute mark, third quarter. R.A. Caves out of Adams Friendship, a tall target, Ken. The North, we have number 73, Carl Schuffner. He's 6'4", Kenny, 235. Also on the front line, number 71, Wayne Stiegelman, 6'3", 206.
Got number 9 for the South down there. Ghanaian, the understudy here for the second half. These guys platooning, as we said earlier, for the 3 quarters.
Jarecki's going to turn and hand off to Wild again. He's going to be hit at the line, spins and drives ahead. He's going to get down inside to 35, but they're going to be shy of the first down by about 2 yards. And here's a big play here, 4th and 2.
76 for the North. Malley had a nice shot at him early on. He made a nice play. Wild did the spin out, find a little daylight, pick up about 2-3 yards. Be 4th and what, 2 yards?
4th and 2, and they're going to go for it. Jarecki brings him up over the ball, and I have to look for Cotton here. Cotton, the up man in the lineup. They're going to spin. He's going to hand off to Wild again, and he's going to get the first down and
nice
more.
Play.
Down inside the 30. Nice block by Cotton. And Wild, the workhorse so far here in this drive, Ken.
Number 12 on defense, Vanderhey. Again, had a shot at him on the outside, but he turned, put the head down, and blew by him.
He is a slippery little runner, this kid. He's being hit, and he's spinning. Been the workhorse here in this drive. First down, ball right on the 30-yard line. Just at the 9-minute mark remaining third quarter.
Now, Jaime, did they have time of possession in the first half?
No, we don't have that down here, Kenny.
Be interesting to see how much time the South had.
Jarecki going to put it up. Out here for number 89. He's going to catch it. Scoot down the sidelines. Brian Canfield. Nice gain. Gain of about 20 yards. Going to put the ball just outside the 10-yard line. They will be able to get a first down right on the goal line. Ball, a lot of 200s up there. Up the middle to Havel, and he's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage.
3 shots in a row. They're getting about half of it each time, but just aren't getting the whole thing.
55, Sean Sniff, 6'2", 215 out of Northwestern Polar. Big front line.
I'm asking Dwayne Schober over here, what are they going to run for on a 4th down if they don't make it, Dwayne? Same thing?
Slice it off back.
He says slice off tech. What do you think, Haim? I say they're going to make it by foot.
Short by, and I'll mark that down, you're short. It's going to be a tough call here for Pat Martin. 4th down in inches, and you got to think they'll go for it, Ken. Too far for a field goal. Ball sitting at about the 16-yard line. Early in the game. Looks like they're going to stay in and go for it. What do you say? Will we see what we come out with in the backfield?
Well,
maybe a quarterback sneak, huh?
Well, I'll tell you what, it wouldn't be a bad play. They've got Matt Hahn from Sun Prairie, like you said, in at center. He's not real big, and they're playing a 5-man line, I believe. See what they line up in this time. A nose guard, and that'd be pretty hard to drive that guy right out of there.
See what they do. They're going to hand off to, and he's Havel, and he's going to have it. 1st down. Or was that our man? That was our man, Mr. Cotton. Brian Cotton with that 1st down, number 36.
He
into the game.
Ripped the shirt off a defensive play on that game.
Brian Cotton, 6 foot 215 out of Kenosha, Bradford.
Pretty sustained drive, I'll tell you. Not a lot of yardage, but they've worked their way down to the 12-yard line here. Just under 6:17 left to go in the 1st quarter. No score yet.
1st down. Cotton remains in the game. He's going to sweep to the far side. He's going to be pulled down by behind. Fumbles the ball. Might be. It looks like it was covered by the South squad, and it was. Looks like he might have been down when that ball was stripped from him.
Pat Martin, little shook up over on the sidelines there, made his heart skip a beat.
Gain of about a yard and a half. Cotton remains in the game.
Again, why don't you go over some of these defensive guys again, real quickly, Jaime. Numbers and positions. When you get a chance.
Number 2 in the backfield is number Paul Kinzer out of Clintonville.
And there's a pitch to the outside.
Pitch to the outside to Steve Wild, and he's going to get up inside the 10-yard line, down to about the 9. Okay. To bring up 3rd down.
Dwayne, you know, I'll tell you what, the offense is supposed to have the market advantage in this game, and anyhow, so far, it looks like they've done a real nice job, especially on the wide stuff. Must have some pretty good kids at the defensive ends over there. Haven't touched on. Let's take a look at it. We got 71 over there, who would be Stegelman, is it?
Stegelman from Crivets, Wisconsin.
And who's on the other side here with 50? Try to pick up this number here. Oh, he's open.
Out to the right, but he overthrows his wide receiver, number 87. R.A. Caves from Adams Friendship. Overthrew him. It's going to bring up a 4th down and about 6. Looks like the field goal unit is coming on the field.
Well, a lot of opportunities for the South here, Jaime, but the defense of the North has been up to snuff on shutting this down. We're going to see, looks like it's going to be about, from the 17.5-yard line, it's going to be about 27-yarder. Who's that kicking for them, Dwayne?
That's Derek Teff. South Milwaukee will attempt the kick. Kick is blocked, it's right into the line. And picked up and returned for about 1 yard. Blocked and returned by number 55. Shane Schiff.
Okay, so with 4:40 left in the game, we've got no score here as we're at the 1989 Wisconsin Shrine Bowl.
And we're going to split out here and go with a double wing. And we're going to try to counter it a little bit by bringing it right up the middle. Fumble on the play.
Oh,
looks like the referees are going to mark it down. No change of possession. North is going to retain, and it's going to be about a 2nd down and 5.
What do you think so far, Dwayne? Do you think with this neither team moving the ball very well, do you think we'll see a switch to the passing game right away by the North? That's pretty much what we anticipated anyway from the beginning.
Yeah, I think they started out here deep in their own territory. I think they went to that double wing and wanted to maybe loosen it up a little bit and then bring the guy up the middle. Now they're coming right back again. The double slot, now they're dropping the quarterback into a shotgun formation. He's looking over here to the right side. Pretty good coverage, Joe. Nice catch, real nice catch for a 1st down. That looks like number 94. That's Dave Check, big tight end from Chippewa Falls. He's going to UW-Madison this fall.
Well, I'll tell you what, the South team said beforehand they're glad that Check was playing defense, or offense, so he wouldn't be playing defense. He's a heck of a defensive player, but can't believe you'd want to see him running the secondary all day.
That's right. Big guy. Moves extremely well, I understand, for his size. Okay, Hayward coming out again with only a one-back offense. Quarterback back pass. He's looking to his left this time. A little turn-in pattern and a beautiful catch. It's going to be possibly a little bit short. It looks like it's going to be just a little short of the first down. It'll be about 1 yard to go.
Dwayne, again, the North going in, or the South and North on defense, both staying into that zone defense.
Right.
And
normally,
that 5-2.
Right. Normally in these All-Star games, they have a few special rules too that limits the amount of blitzing and so on. And that usually enhances the passing game a lot. Okay, it's a rollout to the right side. Pretty good pressure, pretty good pressure. And he kind of throws it out there under a lot of pressure and real good coverage in the defensive backfield. Good pressure from the right defensive side.
Fazzari looking real good for the South so far. He had a good pressure on that. I'll switch back over here to Jaime. Jaime, why don't you give me a little help on some of these depth charts a little bit? Try to go back over on these guys from the defense. It's hard to call this game. We aren't used to doing other games pretty much except for Darlington. And if you don't know the players, you're constantly looking down at this press guide.
Totally different. They're running 3 down linemen. Different bunch in here than started the game. Handoff up the middle to number 36. Sean Schultze out of Greenwood. And he's going to be up over possibly, see what they got. Should be a first down. And we have a penalty. See what it's called. Talking to the South.
Kind of a surprise so far, Jaime, that the North hasn't gone to the air with anything long at all. Let's see what the penalty is here. Holding. Holy cow.
It's going to take them back to about the 32-yard line, where it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Probably going to see that long pattern out to the side here now. He had some big pressure that time.
Bringing Check and Antilla off to this side. In the shotgun.
Antilla again, Jaime, a very good pass receiver.
In the shotgun is Clark. And he's going to look across the middle over here to number 81, and it's knocked away and intercepted by number 23 for the South.
Oh.
And he's going to be up to about the 45. Intercepted by Pat Clary out of Economawalk, a UW recruit. Tipped by one of the other defensive backs. The ball was intended for number 81, Greg Neff out of Hayward. Tipped and intercepted by Clary. And there's the first big turnover.
Kind of an interesting side note on
just inside the 11. First down. Clock stops at 8:49.
He's from south of Economawalk. His grandmother's here tonight, and this is a 4th Shrine game. She's seen that the grandson has played, a different grandson each time. He's made her proud on that one, didn't he?
Yes.
South team, of course, exuberant, and the North team wondering what they're going to do to stop these guys.
Boy, punch in a score here, you know, a little confidence, get the ball right off the bat. Good field position was the key to this drive. Drive started about the 45-yard line of the South. Jarecki calling the signals. He's going to pitch too wild. He's going to try and get outside. Nailed behind the line by number 57 for the North, Tom Daniels.
Okay, I'm going to get that over to Dwayne Schober. He's familiar with that play. Is that tackle toss, Dwayne? Looks like they've run that about 3-4 times tonight, and again, without much success. Give us that play, and what's the reason why that isn't going?
Well, it's just an I-formation pitch to the tailback, to the outside, and again, as we mentioned in the first half, both teams are having trouble stopping those stand-up defensive ends. And again, the guy shot right across and hit him for about a 6-yard loss.
Now that's different than the tackle toss. The tackle toss they run, they just pull a tackle out to the side and sweep with him.
Well, I think you're referring a little bit to that quick pitch that most teams use, and it's a little bit different play. That's more of a power sweep there than I thought. Little draw play up the middle. Number 24 again. Good second effort, but he's pulled down from behind.
Yeah, I believe they call that. I think Curtis calls that the tackle toss that they run, Dwayne. Like a quick pitch, but they pull out that tackle. Maybe they trap out the end or something on it. But again, like you mentioned, nothing going on that today so far.
No, they're just having trouble containing those defensive ends. We got another holding call called out here.
Let's set up this defense a little bit, Show, while you're here. We've got 78, 40, 76. Read those guys off for the North. We've got 40. We've got 70 in the line. 76.
Number 40 down. 40 is Doug Masick. 6'1", 225 from St. Mary Springs.
We've got 10 on the upper end there.
That's Rick Grable, 6-footer, 175 pounds from.
We've got 80 on the other side here, the other defensive end. Looks like
Kurt Hyman, right, from Clintonville, a 6'1", 185-pounder. A little bit different call now. We thought the preliminary call was offensive holding. Looks like it's a defensive holding, which is going to bring up a first down inside the 10-yard line. I'll
tell you what, a lot of breaks have gone the South ways. With these penalties, they've played maybe a little more mistake-free offense, and it's helped them out.
Definitely. That one touchdown drive was really aided by the North's defensive pass interference call. And now this one, following that big loss, South gets right back in there with perfect field position on that defensive holding, an automatic first down inside the 10-yard line. I'm sorry, it's going to be second down, about 7.
North sending some guys in, must be going into a bit of a goal line defense, a little more beef there.
All right, they're stacking up a little bit, and South comes out in an I formation. Option to the right, looks like he's setting up the pass play. He's going to let me, got it, touchdown play. Beautiful touchdown play, number 85 on the receiving end.
Look at that bench down there, too. They're going ecstatic. Look at that beautiful play.
Right, Todd Schneider pulled that in from Waterloo.
I'll tell you what I told him before the game. Todd Schneider was a big game player. He beat Darlington with a play early in the season, and he made.
Ball sitting at the 47-yard line. Johnakin going to hand off to number 22. That is Charles Dean out of Madison Lafayette. And he's going to get down inside the 45 to about the 43.5-yard line. It's going to bring up second down just at the 2:30 mark here in the first quarter.
Swarming defense there, Jaime. Number 50 in there in a heck of a hurry for the North. That's Bill Richards.
6'1", 215 out of Sheboygan North.
Looking real tough in there early on. Very swarming, fast defense on the line. Very impressed with them so far.
Paul Jones, wide receiver for the South, off to this side, and he's going to roll to this side and look for him. He's going deep for him, and it's going to be overthrown, guarded very tightly there by Rick Gable out of Oshkosh West. And his dad coached him well, Ken. His dad is a coach at Oshkosh West and also a coach in the Shrine game.
He doesn't dare have a mix-up tonight, Jaime. Where's we got some of these players here. Where are they going next year? Do you have anything on Gable? Is he going on to school at all?
No, I have nothing on Gable.
Don't show anything. We've got about, what do we have, 7 or 8 Badger recruits here today.
Yes, we have about 6 on the South squad, and I believe 2 or 3 on the North squad.
Along with quite a few kids going to the Wisconsin University system. About a 3rd and 7, Jaime.
Gonna hand off to number 22, that is Clark, or that is Charles Dean. And he's gonna be stopped short. It's gonna bring up 4th down. Punting units will be coming on.
Well, again, 10 days, not a lot of time to prepare, and anyhow, the offensive of both teams are looking a little rusty.
Beagle and Penzenstaner back. It's going to be a wobbly kick. He's going to try and field it.
Oh, dangerous.
Caught and tackled at the same spot, and it's going to be down at about the 16-yard line. 1:31 remaining first quarter.
Take a little break, and we return on the North Star Sports Network.
Hey, back with action. Pete Clark has him up over the ball. He's going to roll. He's looking for Antilla, and he throws to him, and it's going to be low. Guarded nicely there by number 35 for the South. Paul Vandenveer.
Catch our spotter here. Dwayne, who had that pressure there on the South? Did you catch it? Must have been the outside linebacker defensive end. They'd be 88 for the South, Jaime.
Rob
Canfield.
Wedlick. 6'5", 220 out of Menominee Falls. Gonna put it up again. Throws it out here, a little screen to Beagle, and he's gonna get up over the 15, jumps over his man, gets up to about the 20 where he's gang tackled, up about the 21-yard line. TD Beagle out of Wisconsin Rapids. Brother played here last year, Ken, I believe, went on to Utah State. Brigham Young. Well, I got state right. Split receivers, 1 to the top, 2 to the bottom here, and he's gonna put it up. He's looking across the middle, tipped in, almost intercepted. Tipped by number 66 for the South, Steve Wills, and almost intercepted. And he'll bring up 4th down.
That didn't take him long, Jaime. Just 3 plays to turn it over again. Coach Chuck Ross down there trying to figure out what he's got to do to break through this stubborn South defense.
Steve Wild and Scott Nelson deep for the South. See if he gets it away cleanly this time. He does, and it's going to hit on about the 47-yard line. They're going to let it bounce, and it will be down about the 42-yard line, where the South will take over.
And as Dwayne Schober says, the first time they've gotten the ball across midfield today. Again, we'll take a little break, down to almost the end of the first quarter. No score. Seconds left before we switch fields here, Jaime.
Jeff Jarecki brings him up over the ball, and he's going to put it up. Throws off here for number 87, where it is caught and down. R.A. Caves out of Adams Friendship, 6'6", 195 cannon. He used all his frame to stretch back and get that one.
I'll tell you what, very lanky, very talented kid. Can really get up in the air. Hey, that's the end of the first quarter, 0-0. We'll switch fields or they won't have far to walk, and we'll be back with the start of the second quarter in the 1989 Shrine All-Star game.
Yeah, it's fairly hard hitting. Everyone's just sort of getting used to hitting again. You know, no one's really hit the pads for, I don't know, a long time now. It's just gotta get used to it. It's gonna take a little while before everyone's used to it.
Okay, Jaime. Hey, fans have to stick with us technically here. We're having a little bit of trouble today. We tried to get a player interviewed on the field, and I think somebody stepped on our wire, but again, first play from scrimmage, not too much going on there.
Going to bring up another, change the marker here, it should be
we've got Todd Johnson down there with cameraman Chuck Barnard down on the field.
new quarterback for the South starting. Jason Gonian out of Beaver Dam tries his first pass, which is incomplete, out here to number 10.
That's Gagne, like in the wrestler Vern Gagne.
Ah, yes, Gagne. Vern Gagne's nephew.
And he'll be wrestling with the South defense, if you will.
I believe he's in Green Bay tonight at the Brown County Arena.
Indeed.
Down to the Fat Man's Inn today. I believe we caught All-Star Wrestling.
Well, what do we have going on here now?
Changing the balls.
Go over this backfield, Jaime, when you get a chance. Again, a new platoon in here. We'll have
Jason Gagne, the quarterback.
We'll have our noted sports analyst Dwayne Schober work over his defense. We'll get him on in a second, go over some of those guys.
R.A. Caves splits off to the far side. We're going to have Charles Dean. And Gagne's going to put it up, and he's tackled back about the 46, but we're going to have a flag and thrown right in that spot. Coach, maybe a little holding on the offense there. And that's what it's going to be. Going to move him back.
Well, that's actually the biggest play that the North has had so far, Jaime. Been a little slow so far here. We're going to get things hopping here shortly, though. Referee conferring over there with the captains.
We'll take the ball. It's going to bring up, I believe, a second down, regardless of where they go. Holding. South declined. Had the loss anyway.
Pretty good strategy there.
Going to bring up third and a bundle. 22 yards.
Okay, again, Jaime, try to go over these, the two running backs, try to go over the quarterback and the end.
Charles Dean in the backfield out of Madison LaFollette, 5'10", 185. And Rob Borchert out of Homestead, 6 foot, 197.
Bench presses 415 pounds, too.
Going to go up the middle to him, and he's going to be hit about the 46, maybe gain back about 5 yards, and that's going to bring up a punting down for the South. Number 35 for the South will be punting away.
See big Kevin Bloom from St. Croix Central down there. Maybe Todd Johnson get an interview with him.
Yes, out of St. Croix. Good pressure by the South, by the North, but he's going to get away. A nice high kick, signaling fair catch is Beagle, and he's going to catch it about the 19, where the North will take over. Paul Kingsinger, the new quarterback for the North, comes up out of Clintonville. He has number 1, Chris Moore, split off here to the South, and he's going to put it up this first play, and he's going to be drilled and tackled by number 42 for the South. That is Kevin Johnakin out of Racine Horlick. Blind side.
Dwayne, again, they're having some trouble with the picking up of some of these linemen here. To what do you attribute this? What do you think they've got to do to try to get some offense going here?
Well, they've got the one back offense and nobody.
Grab those headphones there, Dwayne. Don't be shy.
Running that one back offense doesn't really leave anyone to pick up that blitzing outside defensive end, which some teams refer to as an up linebacker. A little shovel pass up the middle there. Stop cold, no gain on it. Yeah, so far the North is trying to come out and throw. Now they haven't been able to have much success against those crashing defensive ends, but like I say, they're running a one back offense there, and that doesn't give them much extra help there when those guys come in without the tackles holding them up.
Again, Fazzari on the defense looking very good.
Looking very good so far.
Over on that side, Charlie Davison too helping out. Very tough those guys are looking.
Right.
And playing the corner out here is Scott Nelson.
Okay, again, one back offense, wide receiver at each side, double tight end. Straight drop back. He's flushed out of the pocket though, and he's rolling. Oh, beautiful catch, beautiful catch. Got number 45 out here making that catch. That's
Scott
Corey
Nelson.
Kuhn there made that catch.
Yeah, Scott Nelson making the hit on there again. Kid's real tough out there in the corner.
Right. Now the same thing seems to be plaguing the north side throughout the game. They just haven't been able to get that field position. Now they get off a nice punt, and they're going to get it across midfield for only the second time tonight. Returney's trying to get outside, but excellent coverage by number 2 as he rifles him down right away.
That's Steffenhagen from
Todd
DC Everest.
Steffenhagen from DC Everest.
Well, we'll see at the South. This is about their 5th possession, I think, Dwayne. 8:44, 0-0. A little bit different than last year's game, Dwayne. You were up for the game, and what was the final score? That like 40-14 or something like that?
Yeah, and the year before it was just about the same thing, only in favor of the South. I think that was 40-something to 7. So far, it seems like defenses have been dominating the game, and both offenses are trying to get on track here and see what they can really get going.
They've clicked the lights on. Beautiful day here. It's about 76 degrees at game time, and we're going to need those lights in the second half.
High backfield again, going to the second back end. Number 34, nice run. Good second effort there. Looked like he was stopped in line. Had a second effort off for about a 4-yard gain.
Rick Gordon there. That
was Rick
nice
Gordon
play.
from Monroe. Now, so far, the one obvious thing I think so far in this game is that the South team has always had the good field position. First 2 times they got the ball, they were inside of the North territory, and the last 2 times they've gotten the ball, they've gotten it just beyond midfield. So they've been able to do a few things more maybe than what the North has been able to do. North has been able to throw the ball, but they haven't been able to go very deep yet. But maybe if we can get that field position shifted a little bit, we'll see a little bit more open offense from the North. Okay, I backfield again with a slot to the right, and here comes a little option play. And Gordon's going to pass off the option. Beautiful play, and a beautiful completion. Looks like a possible fumble, though. Oh, real tough break for the South team. But we have a flag down on the play. Let's wait and see what it is.
Oh, I don't know.
A little dipsy doodle there by Coach Martin and Coach Curtis of the South team. They ran a little option here to the right side of the field, and then off that option, the tailback took the pitch and then really crossed them up by tossing a pass. And the receiver made a real nice catch, but unfortunately the ball was jarred loose.
Refs are probably asking each other what happened. Oh, look at that.
Oh, it's not going to make any difference now. There's going to have to be some decisions here, though. We have a defensive pass interference on the North team. But at the same time, the North did cause that fumble, so they can't really decline the penalty, or they would lose the ball as an end result of the play. So they'll have to go back to the line of scrimmage and take the penalty for pass interference. They'll still get a nice first down out of it, but won't be quite the gain that they just got on Gordon's completion.
Let's cue these guys up once and see if we can get an interview with one of these guys on the side. See how things are going on the north side of the field.
Just wait till we got to get queued up upstairs.
Okay.
We're here with Corey Bryant. How's it hitting out there? Is it
No.
Okay, we're here with Corey Bryant on the field. How's it hitting out there? They calling them pretty close or letting you guys play?
Oh, they're letting us play a little bit, but I think I felt that last call on interference was might have went the other way a little bit. But
what's it going to take for you guys to get some points on the board?
wear them down, I think. It's real intense hitting.
All right, have a good game. Back up to you, Ken.
Go D-line!
Back to And again from the tailback position, straight ahead for maybe 2 yards. Bring up about a 3rd down and 4, maybe 5 yards here.
Okay, there you had the North there. Dwayne saying they're going to wear down the South, the smaller guys.
Well, it seems if the battle of words besides this game, from what I've been reading in the papers, it seems that North may have a little bit of an advantage there, but sometimes that psychologically works to the advantage of the other team too. Okay, we've got a 3rd down and about 5. We've got a slot left and still in the I formation. Running to the weak side with Gordon, and he slips, unfortunately, there. I think he would have had the 1st down easily. It's going to be real close.
Again, we've seen a lot of that today, Dwayne. Field must be a little bit slick down there. Got about 2 inches of rain earlier in the week. Something we don't see in our country much, but we got some rain this week too.
Right, not too much rain anywhere down in the southern part of the state. Going to be real close. Looks like they're going to have to try a measurement here.
All right, 5:59 left to go, 0-0, but the South drive it into the North territory.
Yeah, what seems to be working now a little bit with them. South team is loaded up in that last play to the left side, and they came back to the weak side with the tailback and found a little opening there, and it looks like they just made it by about a half length of the football. So right now the field position game is still staying in the South's advantage, and another 1st down inside the 30-yard line. We're going to have about 28-yard line here. Let's see if they keep running to the weak side here and seeing if they, seems that they're trying to exploit something a little bit to the weak side of the field.
Sounds like they've got the gas turned it on here for us, Dwayne.
Okay, now they went to the split backfield. Strong to left side. Straight ahead dive, penalty on the play, but it looks like they're setting up option play again. Gave to his 1st man there on the fullback dive. It looks like they're setting up a nice option play off to the wide side of the field.
Well, again, a holding call is going to slow things down here a little bit.
Right,
and with 5:46 left, we're going to slow things down and take a break. Hey, Dwayne, take us away again, buddy.
Okay, that penalty brings us back to 1st and 20 now on the 38. Right now, it's been holding penalties has been the biggest defense in the last 2 series of the game. Pretty good time here. We're setting up a screen the other way. Oh, beautiful defensive play, though, by number 55, the North team.
That's Shane Schiff.
Shane Schiff from, I believe, Maple Northwestern. Had he picked that baby off, I think it may have been off to the races.
Could almost been a penalty on that, Dwayne, the way that guy grabbed his helmet from behind.
It's hard to say, though. In high school rules, you know, there is no pass interference if you're behind the line of scrimmage. And on a screen play, and I believe that one was behind the line of scrimmage, there would be no penalty on that.
We get done with this next play here, we'll go down below and get Todd Johnson with another interview with one of these players, see how things are going.
Okay, we're going to a wide flank to the left. Split backfield, straight drop back pass, and he's looking back to the weak side, and he's got his wide open to the tight end, and he just threw it a little bit behind him. Incomplete. Again, the coaches from the South liking to come back to the short side and weak side of the formation. I'm sure they'll be coming back to that again. They had the defense concerned about the wide side of the field out there to our right, and at the same time loaded up a little bit with the strength to the left side. Then they came back with that curl-in pattern on the weak side.
Okay, Dwayne, 3rd and what is it, about 17?
3rd and about 20 yet.
3rd and about 20.
2 incomplete passes. Split backfield, again, strong to the left side. Twins out there. Okay, again, he's looking back to the weak side. Same play. Like we said, the South saw something, they came right back to it. Okay, put that right on the money to number 87, and that's R.A. Caves again from Adams Friendship. Again, it looks like the coaches came right back with virtually the same play. They had the short side of the field, and again, they were strong to the left and came back with that little curl pattern over the middle to the right.
Down below here, looks like they got some wheelchairs in the front. Shriner's very accommodating today, Dwayne, a very class act, trying to help people out the best they can. Those folks down there, I bet cheering for a touchdown on their end, but looks like they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Okay, now they're going to stop and take a little chance to talk it over.
And we're going to take a chance to talk it over too with 4:53 left in the first half, 0-0.
Okay, we're here with Jason South of the North. How's it going right now?
All right.
Hard hitting out there?
Oh, yeah. It's pretty good. There's been some pretty good bangs out there.
How about the refs? They calling it pretty close for you guys?
Yeah.
All right, have a good game. Back up to you guys.
Okay, here we go. It's going to be 4th down. They're going to go for it. It'll reverse.
Oh,
It's a
trickery, a
fumble.
little reverse inside. Ball still loose, and it looks like the South may have gotten a break on the placement of that ball. Try a little inside
Look at
reverse,
that.
handoff.
Hey, you know
Ball
what
was kicked loose, and fortunately for the South, maybe the ball moved forward about 4 or 5 yards. It may be just enough for him to get the first down.
Oh, the coaches can't believe on the North. And I'll tell you what, Dwayne, that reminded me a great deal of that Kenny Stabler play where he fumbled it into the end zone, kicked it ahead a couple feet.
Right. That was a Wisconsin boy from right up in this area that made that touchdown that big NFL game. Dave Casper from Chilton.
Mike Curtis's man, Fred Wagner from Edgewood, doing the main recovering on that play.
Right, excellent job there. Kind of the old extra point play. If you know you can't make it, fumble it forward. It worked out that time to their advantage.
I think it'd be, what, the 16-yard line? Good
Okay,
position.
high backfield again, and again, pretty much straight ahead between the tackles to the tailback, but once again a penalty flag on there. Again, right now the South seems to be moving, and just like happened with the North in their last series, the penalty flags seem to be the biggest defender right now. Preliminary call, another holding penalty.
Jaime, we're back with Jaime Taylor. What do you think, Jaime? Going to bring these guys a touchdown?
Okay, 1st and 20, just under 4 minutes remaining. Second quarter. Gagne going to go back and a handoff up the middle to number 32. Sean Nicholson out of Beloit Turner, and he's going to get back to about the 20-yard line. Gain of about 5, and that's going to bring up about a 2nd and 15. Little discrepancy here. We got 2nd and 15, I guess that's right. 3 timeouts remaining for both teams. Just at the 3:24 mark remaining in the first half. 0-0 score. Gagne going to bring him up over the ball. He's going to have Nicholson and number 22, Charles Dean with him. He's going to put it up. Fakes, pressure, puts it up. Wide open is Caves, and he's he's pushed out of the end zone. 87, R.A. Caves caught that ball, but he was knocked out of bounds very nicely. Steffenhagen out of D.C. Everest, who is having a whale of a game here. Interception, nice play there.
A lot of pressure on the quarterback that time from the right defensive end position. Anyhow, he just barely got that thing off. But I'll tell you, Jaime, he did fly out of bounds on his own power, I thought.
Nice throw. Nice throw by Goonan. Flat-footed. Got a rush, stepped up into the pocket and threw it out. That will stop the clock at 3:03.
Yeah, Gagne fights good under the pressure, that's for sure. Much like Vern,
3 and 13. 3rd down, 13. He's going to put it up again. Looking off here too. No, nice catch, and it's going to be down close to a first down. Caught by number 21 for the South, Paul Jones out of Whitewater, 5'6", 155, possibly the smallest player on the field. And will it be close enough for a measurement? No, they're going to be shy by about a half a yard. Going to bring up 4th down. Timeout South. While Pat Martin talks to the boys up here in the booth, see what he wants to do.
And we've got 2:38 left. Still no score, but the South knocking on the door. I mean, we're back here.
Knocking on the door. 4th down. Gordon and Havel, and he's going to give to Havel, and he's going to get it. First down. Gets down to about the 5-yard line.
All right, he's excited down there.
First down. Nicholson coming in now. Nicholson and Dean, well, we placed the backfield, will be the backfield.
Awfully quiet over there on the north side.
Goonan ready to punch him in. There, he got a first down, sitting on about the 5.5-yard line. Clock is running. 2:25, plenty of time.
South controlled the ball most of the first half.
Gonna hand off to Dean, and he's gonna snake up inside the 5 down to about the 3-yard line where he's gonna be stopped. Clock is running, 2:09.
Dave McLaren of the North making the stop there, Jaime.
Gordon back in now. Dean goes out. Goonan gets the play from the sidelines. Checking again. As the South team waits patiently for them. And here they come up over the line. Goonan, Snyder going to the far side. They're going to pitch to Gordon. He's going to sweep outside, try and get in, and he's going to be hit and dropped. Running over on the side behind Andres, and I think they're going to mark the ball about the 1-yard line. Clock is still running, 1:27.
Look at that.
Gonna bring up third down.
Big guy trying to get the crowd going, and it's been a pretty dead crowd, but they're coming to life now with them knocking on the door.
Big play here. Clock is running, 1:16. Third down. Just trying to get the crowd going. Seems to be working. Boy, he gets down to Madison, get that crowd going down there, huh?
That's what they need up there, is a little cheerleader too.
I'm gonna say Gordon behind the big man. And they're gonna go to Havel, and he's gonna get in, yes! Knocked on the door once, got knocked back, picked another hole, and he is in.
Play there, fake the dive option.
6-0
Oh, the
South.
crowd's going nuts here, finally. Look at that, 55 seconds left on the clock.
Boy, they've been close a couple times this game. It was nice to finally get one in, give them some confidence here for the second half.
They look pretty good kicking the extra points, Jaime, so I assume that they're going to attempt to kick it.
The Shriner drum corps behind the uprights. Ball is down, it is up, it's gonna be blocked. And the score remains 6-0. 55 seconds remaining.
Hit right away. Play over the middle. What looked like disaster for him and a sure sack was a good play turned in by the quarterback.
12-0 here, I'll tell you. It didn't take long, nice long drive.
Right, I think we can expect the South team to go for 2 now. Had a little trouble with the kicking game so far tonight, but it's pretty difficult to put in a total game package in only about 10, 11 days of practice.
Hey, and a nice shot of the cheerleaders down here. Take a break with 7:23 left, 12-0. As you mentioned, a little conference over there. Probably going to go for the 2.
Yeah, I'm sure with a 12-0 lead here to start the second half, they're going to come out, go for 2, and try to get back up to 14.
Well, they'd probably like to go for 3 if they could, but not possible in American rules anyway.
No. Okay, we got Wild, the tailback. He's been the workhorse so far in this. So we're just going to do a quick out. Caves and a beautiful catch. Jumping catch by R.A. Caves of Adams Friendship. That was just a little bit of the old NFL alley-oop pass. Caves used all 6'6" to stretch out that time and pull it in. And that right now could be a big play, picking up those 2 points.
All right, big excitement there. Trying to get a shot of the scoreboard here as we continue on in the Shrine game. South doing a little bit of dominating here. The score 14-0. That's going to be a big, big 2-pointer.
Right, big play, and a big series for the South team. Right out to start the second half.
Hey, kid who's guarding the Caves was a big kid too, wasn't he?
Yes, guarded by number 20, Pete Clark, and he's 6'3" himself, and Caves just went up and pulled it down. Long kick gonna be pulled down by Penzensteiner, and he's gonna turn it back over to about the 15, ripped and pulled down by Brian Cotton. Big play. Brian Cotton out of Kenosha. Boy, everybody will be running in and off that field now, huh?
Okay, I see that Todd Johnson is down on the field there. Got a little interview with Todd Schneider from Waterloo.
Touchdown pass, hooked up there with a nice little 7-yarder. Catching the ball good. How's things going out there?
It's easy. We're having a good time out there. Just pushing the ball. All our hard work's being paid off.
All right, good job. Have a good game.
Thanks.
Back up to you, Ken.
Okay, Todd Schneider down there. Again, fans, bear with us. We're in a new environment here. Running quite as smooth as we'd like to tonight, but hoping you're enjoying the game and hoping the North can get something going here, Jaime Adelaide. I'm sure their fans will love to see something on the board.
Okay, right at the 7-minute mark remaining third quarter, 14-0 South. Gonna bring up a 2nd and 10.
Set us up with some of these guys for the North, Jaime.
Quarterback in the South, the North team coming out is Pete Clark. He has Antilla in motion to the far side. He's gonna look towards him and throw out here to him. He's gonna catch the ball, gonna be hit and drives ahead. Initially hit by number 12 from the South, Derek Turf. And he's bounced ahead for an extra yard. It's gonna bring up about a 3rd and 6. Scoreboard has it.
Kind of a circus catch for Antilla there, Jaime. Had to reach up with one hand and pull it down. And again, the defensive ends on that side, not too fooled, sensed it all the way. Kind of expected North to go deep yet, Jaime.
I expect them to put it up. We have Check and Antilla off to this side. Clark's going to go back. He's going to look across the middle to Check. Little swing pass. He catches it, gets some open territory, and gets up over the 40-yard line. Gain of about 15. It'll be a first down.
That big man can run the ball, Jaime. Bound for Madison.
And not afraid to catch that ball across the middle, Ken.
No, you can tell that he's kind of acts a little brash, and anyhow acts a little brash out on the football field, too. Got pretty good position now, the best position in the game, I believe, Jaime.
And I believe the passing game is working. We'll see if they're going to put it up again. Same formation. We have Check and Antilla to this side. Clark calling the signals. He's going to look across the middle again, but he's going to go deep to Antilla. He was open for a minute. Ball overthrown down here about the 30, guarded by number 27 for the South, Scott Nelson.
Pretty good coverage on the play of the year there. Perfect pass, so I think would have maybe scored him 6 on that, Jaime.
Scott Nelson, I believe, going to UW next year, Ken, guarding the Iowa Hawkeye, Antilla.
It's a nice shot of the bench down there. Little bandana.
2nd and 10. They're going to put it up again across the middle to Check. He's going to be hit right about the 49 and drives ahead, going to be close to a first down. Hit initially there by number 16, Tim.
Okay, here we are, 55 seconds left. See if they can keep them from scoring, see if the North can get on the board.
And a low kick, going to be taken back here by number 14. He's going to try and get to the outside, chased by number 23, and he's going to be ran out of bounds by Pat Clary. Running the ball back for the North was Bartlett out of Green Bay West. And the North will have 49 seconds to go 71 yards here for a score. Boy, Curtis, a little power football there when they got down, Ken. Mixed it up. They've been mixing up well with the passes. Had a little off guard and punched it right in.
See some wild stuff coming up now, Jaime.
Johnakin going back to throw. He's going to go deep, and there's going to be a penalty down here, but there was also a penalty in the backfield before that.
That was Kinzinger. That was Kinzinger, Jaime. Kinzinger throwing the ball.
First one count, or they both count, Coach, here?
Yeah, it'll be a man of motion, Dwayne Schilber says back here. Probably be offsetting.
Kinzinger, the Clintonville quarterback, pass that. Nice play. The man was open, bumped downfield. Offsetting, holding, and pass interference. Going to play it over.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jaime, he looked like he could have been open for a second there, and anyhow, bango, down he went. Never had a shot at it. North is running in number 45.
Corey Coonan out of Appleton Xavier. 5'11", 170.
Coach is down there trying to formulate some kind of a plan to get a score on the board here. Yeah, they're setting up a little razzle-dazzle over here to the side, try to throw them off. Be a quick count, I'm sure.
Gonna put it up. Almost intercepted by number 35 for the South. Paul Vandenverel out of Kenosha. Gonna bring up second down. You gotta think they're gonna put it up every time here. 37 seconds remaining.
That's Monona Grove, Jaime, not Kenosha. Kid had it in his hands, but a little sticky out there. 37 seconds left.
And he's gonna put it up again, rolling off here to the near side. Throws out here to number 81, where he is hit and tackled right away. Catching for the North is Greg Neff out of Hayward.
And Jeff Will's making the tackle for the South there, Jaime.
Timeout, North, 27 seconds. Okay, third down. They're going to put it up. Short pass out here to Pegel. They're going to try the flea flicker. No, he turned the wrong way.
What a hit.
I don't know if he was throwing the check down here or on Tilla, but check turned the wrong way, and Tilla was cutting in, and nice defense there. Nice play.
J.J. McClellan, nice play. Get number 20 over there on our lower camera. Beautiful play, breaking that up. Submarined them. Nice job.
It's going to bring up fourth down with 19 seconds remaining, and they will punt away.
I'll tell you what, Jaime, 19 seconds left. They block a punt. They've done one already so far tonight. Might have a real good shot.
They're going to put some pressure on. They have 6 men on the line. They're going to give him token pressure, and he's going to get it away. No one's going to try and receive. It's going to hit about the 37, bounce about the 35, and it's going to be downed by Steffenhagen, where the South will take over with 10 seconds, 35-yard line. Okay, 10 seconds remaining, and they're going to put it on the ground back to Havel, and he's going to get up to about the 40-yard line. And that should be the last play here of the first half as we wind down. 6-0 South.
Their halftime festivities start out here. We've got the 1989 Queen. Jaime, you got a little biog on her?
Yeah, out of Door County this year. Her name is Ma. And they're going to see how they do it. It's going to be third down. Third down and 1. Number 44 behind the quarterback. That is Paul Benedict, and he's the lone back. And they're going to, nice penetration.
Beautiful play. 43 for the South. Who was that, Jaime?
Nice penetration, Charlie Davison. Nice penetration. Looked like it was going to be develop into a pitch. Nice penetration. We got a player down on the field. North player. And you hate to see that in this game, Ken.
Big Charlie came through, submarined him there. He's pumped up. You can sure see that.
There he's getting up. Number 10 for the North. Rick Grabel, and he's going to run off. His dad's one of the coaches on that side, and you like to see a player get up like that. Dad's checking him out over there.
Okay, Jaime, that's going to bring up a fourth down. They're going to go for it.
4th and 2, and they're going to go right at the 49-yard line here, right in front of our cameras.
Might see that quick pass to check over the middle again. We'll look and see.
Big down. Benedict behind him. He's going to turn and put it up. Looking off here to Antilla, player of the year in Wisconsin, and he comes through with a nice catch. Gain of about 6 yards. And you got to go to the money man in that situation, Kenny.
I think that they're well served throwing off to him. I'll tell you what, if they can get him one-on-one with a guy, they do have some tremendous defensive backs for the South, but he is really quick.
Well, they're putting Check and Antilla both on this side, and that's a handful to try and cover.
1st and 10, they've moved the ball well here.
Only one guy guarding both of them over on this side. Let's see what they do. Check's open. Check's open across the middle. Oh, look at him! Fumbles the ball. It's going to be recovered by the South. Number 35 for the South, Paul Vandenveer, and he recovers the fumble about the 42-yard line. And that looked like a bad situation developed. Both Check and Antilla were on this side with only one man, and Check was open across the middle.
Slippery down there, must have just lost the ball, trying to get away from that pressure. Another big play for the South, and they've had them so far tonight.
Gagne going to be the quarterback here starting the second half for the South. Jarecki directed that last series that's resulted in a touchdown. Gagne gets his chance. He's going to turn and go back to throw. Looking downfield, throws off here to Nicholson. He's going to get up over the 30-yard line. Gets down to about the 26-yard line where he's going to be tackled. And that's going to be good for a first down, gain of about 14.
Maybe we can get our man down there, Todd Johnson, to get an interview with him. See what he can do for us down there, Chauncey.
Gagne looking for the signals. The South is signaling in the calls.
Down to the 26-yard line already, Jaime. Boy, they're moving it fast.
Dean and Nicholson in the backfield. He's going to spin and hand off to Dean, and he's going to get up to about the 21-yard line, gain of about 5. Okay, 2nd down and 5. They're going to run off to Nicholson, and he's going to be stopped right at the line. 3:38 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. 14-0. Going to bring up 3rd down, 3rd and about 5 for the South. Gagne, the quarterback. He has Nicholson and Wild behind him.
A couple big boys from the North there, Jaime. 78-69. Who are they on your program?
Bucci and Manley.
Here we go. He's going to pass.
Going to pass. Fakes once. Into the pocket. Runs off to the side. Throws across the middle and almost intercepted.
42
right
in
the hands, number 42, Andy Chilcote. Right in the hands. Going to bring up 4th down. Pat Martin looking at his players, see what he's going to call here. Looks like they're going to go for it.
Let's ask Schober what they're going to go for. You're our analyst, Schober. What do you say?
I think they're going to pass it this time.
They're going to pass it, he says. Flat to the right. Oh,
and they're going to run it up the middle to Nicholson, and he's going to be awful close. Awful close. We'll see where they mark him. They're going to mark him. Looks like he's going to be shy.
I think he was short on it.
No measurement. Got a penalty. Late penalty.
What is that, Dwayne?
It's like one of the South players not liking the spot of the football.
Oh,
All right.
oh, okay.
Dwayne said one
Little,
of the South players didn't like
what they
the spot
say,
of the football.
unsportsmanlike, maybe?
Okay, 2:58 left in the 3rd quarter, 14-0 South. Okay, we're back with Dwayne Schober. Dwayne, take it away, buddy.
Okay, we got a 1st and 10 here on about the 33-yard line. Maybe the North can generate some offense now. It's getting late in the game, and they got to get going. A little inside dive out of the split back. About a 3-yard gain. It's going to bring up 2nd and 7. As they're approaching midfield now, we're kind of hoping they're going to start opening this game up. They were expected to come out throwing, and hasn't worked what they've expected at this point, I don't think. So they've kind of put the ball on the ground a few times, but I think they're just trying to tighten up that defense so they can get it right back up in the air.
Again, as we mentioned before, we think that the the South is quite evident has got the breaks in the game, but the North is explosive, and they've got to keep with that passing game. I think if they're going to move it, good, Dwayne.
That's right.
Oh, look at that!
Look at that, number 72, super play.
Big play. You pick him out first, Dwayne, on the South. Looks like Dalio. Yeah.
Right. Once again, those defensive ends are just shooting in there. Penetration on both sides. 3rd down and long. It's going to be a cruise time now. Change the formation a little bit. We went to a split backfield and wide to the left. Okay, a little option play to the wide side, but quarterback keeps, and he only gets about 3 yards. It's going to probably bring up a punting down for the North.
This is Bob Reed out on the right side there from Milwaukee, Washington.
All right, it looked like the North were trying a little bit different that time. They were coming out in the split backfield and put the ball on the ground. And I think they're just trying to get something established. They really haven't anything consistent. They had a chance to really get their game going yet. Coming down to 1:15 though in this 3rd quarter. Time's going to be running out here quickly if the North doesn't get something going in their next possession. North has really had the South push back into the territory where they'd like. It's a big opportunity now for the North to try to stop them on 3 downs, force a punt, and get the ball back near midfield. Quick dive play right away to the fullback, right up the middle. Looks like Sean Nicholson from Blake Turner. Gain of about 3-4 yards maybe.
Okay, Dwayne, I'm taking a look down here on the field. Looks like we've got
Charlie.
got an interview down here with Todd Johnson. Chauncey, take it away.
Okay, here with Charlie Danielson playing for the South defense. Recovered a fumble there and sticking some guys. How's it hitting out there?
It's pretty intense. They've been doing a lot of talking this week, and we just want to go out and show them that we can stick just as good as they can, if not better. And that's what we're out there doing.
All right, have a good game.
Thank you.
Back up to you guys.
Okay, Dwayne, that's Charlie Danielson down there. Made a key play on that and pick up the fumble. Another one of the big South breaks for the game, if you will, but they're breaks that they made themselves.
That's right. Well, like we've mentioned earlier tonight, and we've been reading about this week in the paper down in the southern area anyway, north side has been doing a lot of the talking, and the south side seems like they've responded tonight with the super play here for the first 3 quarters.
And at the end of 3 quarters, it's 14-0 in favor of the South. Start of the 4th quarter.
Here we are again. Double wide receivers, tight left and I formation. Nicholson up tight in the fullback, and they're coming into number 22, the tailback. Nice break to the outside. The speed going, he's got it going around the corner, and he's out all the way almost to midfield. Knocked out of bounds on about the 47-yard line. Nice run by Charles Dean. Seen a few different running backs this half now. First half, we saw a lot of Havel and a lot of Gordon in there running a good job. Now this time, we're seeing a lot of Sean Nicholson, Charles Dean, and Wild in the first series of the second half. Tailbacks and fullbacks are really churning up the yardage right now for the South. Just what they want to do now. They want to start churning out the yards and eating up a little bit of this clock. Looks like we had a timeout on the field.
All right, we'll take a timeout too with 11:39 left in the game. Gonna have, hey, Jaime, wave out there. There's our cameraman down there. And we want to take care of him here for a moment. We're going to show you that's Chuck Barnard down there and Todd Johnson.
Great job today. A little slow on running them hot dogs and Cokes up to us in the first half, but they're doing a good job here in the second half.
I'll tell you, it's been real tough down there trying to keep things correlated here. I'd like to thank Ken and Tim and members of the sports information up here, along with all the Shriners. It's been very helpful up here. It's just that we're so incompetent, Jaime, it takes a lot to get us on a smooth keel.
Well, when we start making 50 grand a year, we'll...
You know, when we have to have the likes of a Jim Taylor or a Dwayne Schober or Ken Van Bogert up here, it's pretty sad. But I'll tell you, there's a full capacity crowd here tonight.
Good crowd. I tell you, it's almost end to end, and I got to be happy with this crowd tonight. Beautiful night for football.
Talked about a little chance of rain and thunder showers rained early in the week to appease the farmers, and now it's taking good care of us to appease us and the fans at this game tonight.
Good game so far. The North, you know, coming into this game, maybe tipped a little bit to the south or to the north, but South looking good right here. Here we go. 1st and 10. Gonna put it up right away out here to number 44, Havel, and he's gonna be tackled down about the 46-yard line. It's gonna be a gain of about 8. It's gonna bring up 2nd down, just at the 11:30 mark here remaining in the game. 14-0 South.
Of course, down at the opposite end here, we have Strumman and Coach Curtis.
Down to our
Strumman.
right. Down to our right.
Down to our right. Okay, we'll have to look and see if we can get them on later. They're up here calling the offensive plays, looking over the formation.
Fumble, and Goonan gets right on top of it.
Ganya, Jaime.
Goonan, Ganya.
Ganya is the way I've heard it pronounced.
And Mike Curtis down there pulling his hair out, I see, leaning back in his chair. Maybe we can get a shot of him.
Shot of this guy down here.
Way down on the end, leaning up.
Well, usually he's such a heavy man, but even his bulk is hit among this huge overflow crowd up here in the booth tonight.
He wants to get this. He wants to get that offense down in front of him here, right about the 10-yard line.
I'll tell you, a surprise compared to the last 2 years. Big scoring games each year, but it hasn't been so far, and we're running out of time.
Gagne's going to put it up. He's getting pressure. Puts it out here incomplete along the sideline, intended for number 87, R.A. Caves.
Big pressure by number 55 there. We've got Mike Curtis up there in the booth, sitting there with his hand up, doing nothing as usual.
He's going to hand the handset over to Strumman now and let him call the defense. 4th down and 9. They'll be punting away. 10:27 remaining in the game. Players running on and off the field. Almost kicked his own man, and he gets it high. It's going to be taken by Beagle, and he's going to fair catch at about the 14-yard line, where the South will have that far to go to get on the board. 10:20 remaining, fourth quarter.
Long pass off to the right. Nice play. Check that out, Jaime. Who was that? Looks like 84 over there. Is that check again?
84. 84 for the North. Lance Kamenik.
Hey, Jeff Will! Jeff Will! Back up! That's what that's on this. Domination success.
Going to be third down 5.
Okay, third down. Clark calling the signals. He's going to go back. He's looking off here to the other side of the field. Throws it down for number 42, and it's incomplete to Paul Benedict.
He's going to bring up a fourth down.
They bring up a fourth, and they're going to have to punt away. South has been, both teams, North and South, average right around 30 yards a punt, so South team should end up with good field position here. Long snap, high snap, pulls it down. He's going to be a nice boomer kick. It's going to be a high one. They're going to let it bounce about the 46, and it's going to take a nice roll for the South, or for the North, and will be down about the 35-yard line. I tell you, the South's been blessed with good field position the whole game.
And they are again with 8:53 left. 14-0, looks like a comfortable lead.
Okay, we're here with Doug Odoms of Platteville, offensive lineman, making those big gapping holes a little bit tougher than the Swall division, huh?
A little bit. It's about 5 or 6 steps quicker. You know, everybody's going different places, and you just got to get there and get your head down and maintain contact.
Well, this is one of the main reasons here why the South is up 14-0. Open up them lines for Gordon and the boys down there and the running backs. You guys are doing a good job.
Yeah, we have working 10 days for this, and we're starting to get some points, and we're working 10 days for nothing.
All right, good job. Back up to you guys.
Thanks.
Okay, there we have them. Jaime, fumble on the first play. I'll tell you what. Hey, Dwayne, we're fumbling up here trying to get these things plugged back in.
2nd and 12. Option, nice pitch to Gordon. He's going to get outside, and he's going to get up to about the 40-yard line. He's going to gain back about 7 yards. 3rd and 5. Quarterback for the South in there right now. Number 11, Jeff Jarecki.
Okay, Jaime, we got a time here. Let's check on some of these guys on the defense for the North. 82-10, whip off these names.
82, Cone. 77, Adams. Number 10 in the backfield, Grabel. 80, Heineman. 69, Hansen. Jarecki calling the signals. He's going to try a quick pass across the middle into the hands of number, there's going to be a penalty. Number 88, I believe that was. And they're going to call pass interference, I believe. That'll be enough for a first down.
A lot of groaning from the crowd there, Hein. A lot of groaning from the crowd.
Looked like a clean hit. But then again, we should not be questioning the umpires. And they're going to mark it off from the line of scrimmage.
As Gilbert mentioned, seems to be a little bit of a North partisan crowd here tonight.
They are the home team. Up the middle to Cotton, and he's going to fight for 2 yards. Pulled down by Tim Meyer. Oh, a little harsh words there.
42 for the North and 79.
42 for the North, of course, is Andy Shutout. And the umpire is talking to him, saying, come on now.
Play nice, boys, play nice.
Gain of 1 on the play. He's going to bring up 2nd and 9. We're just under 7 minutes remaining in the game. 14-0 South.
Got number 50 in for the North, Jaime, coming from the side, Bill Richards.
Bill Richards.
Listed as a center, but playing a little offense.
Jarecki going to go back. He's going to hand off to Wild, and he's going to fight for all he can, and he's going to get back about to the line of scrimmage, maybe a half a yard. He's going to bring up 3rd down. Ball at the 46-yard line of the North. Time's getting a little pressy here on the north.
Guys
just at the 6th minute.
Guys from the north really trying to create something on defense there. Getting a little rough trying to get that ball shook loose, Jaime. Trying to get some of those breaks that the South have had tonight.
You can bet that the South will probably keep the ball on the ground. But there again, he's going to put it up. What do I know? Across the middle into traffic and intercepted. Intercepted by number. Oh, what a hit. Cotton put a hit on him and said, you stay here.
Man.
Intercepted by Heidemann on a tip. Got around a couple guys and said, you stay here.
What a drill, what a drill.
Oh, excites the crowd. Ball sitting at the 28.5-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10, and the North's going to have 5 minutes and 39 seconds remaining in the ball game.
And discretion might have been the better part of valor on that pass, Jaime. As you mentioned, what do you know? And my golly, they went with it and tried to get the score
into traffic.
There, and it didn't pay off.
Timeout. Didn't like what he saw.
All right, 5:23 left, 14-0. The South, but the North is trying to drive back for that closing up touchdown. 23 left. They've got Dwayne Schober. Take it away, Dwayne.
Okay, here we are back now on about the 28-yard line, and the North's got to make something happen, make it happen quick. Oh, it might be intercepted. I think it is. Nope, they're calling it incomplete. 27 almost made a real nice play on that one.
Looked like that was right
Scott
through
Nelson just about had it.
Looked like
right through his hands. It was
right
tipped
through the receiver's hands, yeah.
Tipped off the offensive player's hands. I'll tell you, that interception sometimes can be a big momentum turn, but I'm going to wonder maybe the South didn't get the momentum on that interception with that big pop that was put in there. That was one heck of a hit.
He can really drill him.
For an interception, it looked like it almost jumped the old South team up even more than the North team on that hit on that tackle. Okay, we're back to that one-back offense now. Spread both ways. Quick pass to the right. Another penalty flag down. We got a gain of about 6-7 yards, but it looks like there might be a motion penalty in that backfield. Just what it is. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty probably on the North team.
All week long, Dwayne, we talked about how they might be so explosive, and anyhow, still trying so hard to get something going in the North. Maybe a case of the nerves. Last year they thought that the South was going to be the dominant team, and as it ended up, they got beat pretty bad. 10 days isn't very long to prepare, as you know, as a head coach.
Right, and on both teams, you've got a lot of all-stars obviously out here, and both teams are loaded up with talent, and it's pretty hard to judge really who's going to be the dominant team. Few big breaks either way, but neither team is really going to dominate when you've got this many great ball players.
Pretty much a thrill for all the players. I know that your Matt Strife is down there. Played real well tonight.
Yeah, we've been really, really happy down there. This is the first player we've had from New Glarus make it into the Shrine game, and fortunately he's been playing a lot on that offensive right guard spot, both in the first quarter and the third quarter tonight. I've been real proud of the way he's been playing, as I'm sure most people from down there at New Glarus have been. It's been a real thrill for him, and I think it's just a great opportunity for all these kids to get out here and perform, and in the end it all goes for a great cause. Second down and 15. Again, one back set. Wide to both sides. Quick out again. It's coming right back with the same play. Gain of about 7 yards. And again, it looks like we got the same penalty flag dropped in that offensive backfield.
Corey Coonan out there. Why don't you set up this offensive backfield and a little bit of the offensive you can, Dwayne. Try to get some of these guys' numbers in there.
Okay, with the penalty, it looks like this time, though, it might be on the defense. They're talking with the North squad. Right now, in there for the North, got number 20, Pete Clark, at quarterback. See if we can catch some of the other numbers as they break from the huddle. Got number 1, Chris Moore, in at one running back position. Now he's checking out. We got a whole new crew coming in. Pretty hard to keep up in these numbers in these all-star games with guys in and out every play, and every series it seems like we have a new set of ball players out there.
It's awful nice though that I fed you with that.
It's good setup by you, Ken. Keeping up with you has been a lot of work just in itself trying to follow your leads. Okay, here we are now after the penalty on a 1st and 10 right here near midfield. A nice interception, and it looks like a wide open run back. He's all the way down to the 20, a good cutback inside the 10. He's going to be in for the score. Excellent play.
Oh, look at that.
Number 35, Paul Vandervelde, defensive back from Monona Grove High School.
Made some real big plays tonight.
Right, he's been a big play man. Being from the south down there, we follow him a lot in the paper, and I know he was a super all-around athlete this year. I believe he was the first person in Badger Conference history to be named all-conference at 4 different positions in football. I think he was the all-conference offensive running back, defensive back, kicker, and punter for that conference. And here he made a super play for the South All-Stars, and the play that probably has just wrapped up the game for them. The 4:25 to go as they go ahead 20-0 with a chance to add to it. It looks like they're going to kick this time and try to make it 21.
Who's doing the kicking tonight, Dwayne?
We got number 22 here for the South doing the kicking, and that's, I'm sorry, it's number 12, but it is good. It's Derek Teff has been trying in the field goal that was missed earlier in the game.
Okay, it's 21-0, I believe. We got Todd Johnson down on the trying to get a hold of our man down there. I believe that he's going to go back on the field maybe for the kick. Take a break, try to get right back with him. Todd Johnson down there. Take it away, Chauncey.
Okay, we're here. Paul, you intercepted that pass there. How did you read that?
I didn't read it. He just threw it to me. He just looked right at me and just threw it right there, and I just took it and kind of danced into the end zone.
Monona Grove athlete put the game away, interception, ran it in for a touchdown, put the nail in the coffin. How do you guys feel about beating them?
Oh, man. We wanted this so bad. We worked so hard. There's no way the North worked as hard as we did. We worked so hard for this. It feels great. It's awesome. Nothing better.
Good job, man. It looks like the South's going to wrap it up here, Ken.
All right, a little break with tradition here. Looks like the South is actually going to win the battle in the North and South tonight. And I'll tell you what, they did come in and work early tonight, early this morning before the game, and maybe that took the edge off their nervousness, Dwayne.
That could be. I'll tell you.
Well, maybe it had nothing to do with it either.
I'll tell you, though, you can't beat that high school honesty there by Vandersvelde. As he mentioned on that read, no read there, he just happened to be standing in the right place at the right time, the quarterback.
Okay, I'm going to get another interview down here in a second after this play. There's a pass off to the right side and overthrown. A couple good hits down there. We're going to run back down again. Okay, Chauncey, take it away down there.
Okay, we're here with my main man, Brian Cotton. Pre-game, you predicted a win over the North. It came true here.
Yes, I predicted it, and we did it. We owe them this because all week they've been talking junk. They've been pointing at us. A guy even tried to outpose me, but he couldn't even do that right. And now we beat him because we float like a butterfly. We sting like a bee. No one can beat my South family. Remember that.
How about that sting on that interception there? How'd you feel sticking that guy?
Oh, it felt great. There's nothing better than hitting a guy like that. Pad on pad. I hope he felt it as much as I did. It felt beautiful. Wonderful.
Right. Good game, and you guys going to celebrate tonight?
Oh, definitely, definitely. With the cheerleaders and all the other females that are coming, we're going to have a party. It'll be a live occasion, I guarantee.
All right, back up to the booth.
Can't beat that high school honesty.
Oh, man, all right.
Okay, it's third down and long. While we're breaking away for that interview, the North squad didn't get much in the first 2 plays. And right now, the South team is just swarming all over the place. They feel it. Antilla on the outside. He's got a nice breakaway there. First down out to about the 41-yard line.
Now 3:20 left. We don't have much time on the tape, so we're going to kind of cut a little curd here so we can get some post-game interviews, Dwayne.
Okay, here we go. He's dropping straight back. Good pressure again. From the outside, Antilla underneath. Breaking to the outside, and he's got another first down. And down on about the 47-yard line, broke across midfield.
That was T.D. Beagle. T.D. Beagle.
Is that Beagle? I thought that was number 4. Okay, T.D. Beagle.
They finally got the clock reset. A little trouble up there with it.
Well, everything can't run smooth, you
Probably
know, just like
Clock Workers Union on strike.
That's right. We got Twins out here, split wide to the right or to the left, and we got a shotgun. Looks like he trapped it. A little turn-in pattern, but ball bounced in there. Okay, 2nd and 10, back in the shotgun with Twins to the left. Good pressure again, number 72 making a big pressure on him. And he's going to break out of the pocket and try to get out of bounds. Got about an 8-9 yard gain. I think he's going to be just a little short of the first down.
2:42 left. 21-0 the South. Again, we're breaking after every play to try to save some tape here.
Okay, here we are now with split backfield, straight ahead dive. Something a little different from the North in this drive, but he got the first down.
Big number 70 made a nice tackle. Fazari, he's had a real good game.
Right. Can't name all the guys that had good games.
Curtis out of the press box. Look at that, the game's over, the work's done, and Curtis finally gets out of that free hot dog and pop press box.
Okay, little pitch to the left side. Couldn't get out of bounds all. Only going to be a gain of about 1 yard. Now the clock becomes a real big factor for them as they're just trying to at least get a consolation touchdown here to give the North a little bit of excitement here in this final quarter.
Okay, Dwayne, 1:57 left.
Okay, we've got a 2nd down and 9 on about the 34-yard line. Staying with that split backfield for a while. Straight drop back, and again, under pressure, but a nice little move to get out of there. And maybe he got it. Looks like, no, they're calling it incomplete. Scooped it in there. Okay, we're back on again. Now we're back in the shotgun formation with wide out to each side. A little roll to the right. Oh, beautiful catch for a 1st down. Looks like he just got across the sticks.
Nice grab.
Far side of the field. Let's see if we can pick up the number there. It says 94. Okay, that's our man Dave Check over there. Made a couple big catches tonight. Got some real tough yardage out there for the North. Okay, 1st down and 10 on about the 24-yard line. Single back set again. Quarterback dropping straight back. Oh, another, almost intercepted. Looked like a little miscommunication there.
Clock taking forever to come down as the North is trying to drive down and get that touchdown. Right on the line here. 1:37 left. Okay, 2nd down, Dwayne.
2nd and 10, again. Twins to the right side. Quarterback just getting swarmed under. Again, the South now, they're just playing on a lot of momentum, a lot of pride built up with this big victory here tonight. 13-14 now, we're back. Little quarterback draw, nice play.
Hey,
he's going to break it up to the outside. He's inside the 10, down about the 6-yard line. Nice play, nice play. Really crossed him up well with that quarterback draw.
Who's that, Dwayne? Nice play there.
Who we got in at quarterback now? During that last time out, we had a wholesale change on both teams. Let's see what we've got in there right now. Again, there are another lot more changes taking place. Everybody getting a chance to finish up here in this All-Star game.
Well,
1st and goal on the 6-yard line.
Number 10 out there.
Number 10 in there, Rick Grovel. Here's a chance now for the North to put something together and finally get in the end zone and get a little bit of pride let out of this last quarter. At least get a chance to score.
46 seconds and 6 yards to go. 1st down.
Looks like the alley-oop pass, same thing that we struck with from the South before, falls incomplete.
And here we go.
Okay, 2nd and 6 now. Staying with that single back set. Okay, looks like an option play coming left. Quarterback, Grable handles it again.
Oh, he's down.
Looks like he's down. Looks like his knee hit just shorter. Looks like they're marking it about the 1-yard line.
He's going to have a half a minute left.
Looks like Grable's going to be one of our possibilities here for the our selection anyway of the North player of this game.
It's the North crowd here cheering it up.
3rd and goal on the 1-yard line. Straight. Oh, what a defensive stick! What a defensive stick! Again, the defensive end shot straight across. Got number 6 in there, Robert Reed. And that's all she wrote. Super play to end the game for the South. Just as it fitting that it should end that way. The South kept them out all night long, and a last effort by the North, the South was right there to stop them or just preserve their shutout.
Coaches down there, they enjoyed it.
Well, hopefully, even in the loss, both teams enjoyed this game tonight. A lot of good playing tonight. As well as you can expect. In these All-Star games, like I mentioned before, you don't get a lot of time to get together and do a lot of practicing. Hard to get every phase of your game in, and then at the same time, you got to worry just as much about playing every kid as you do about keeping everything real cohesive in that. Both teams, I think, did a real good job, all things considered.
All right, the final score, 21-0. We'll be back with our wrap-up.